you must have biology in your O level. And then your post-UM, you must have biology, mathematics, government, English.
Hi guys, welcome back to the Studentship YouTube channel. Today I'm here live at the University of Nigeria. I'll be going around asking students, information about their course of study. I can assure you that you are going to find this video helpful. So make sure you like this video and subscribe to this channel. Okay.
Department of Psychology, Social Science Faculty, University of Nigeria, Soka. 400 level. I'm a finalist semester.
Wow. Nice to meet you.
Okay.
So you're a student of psychology, right?
Yeah.
So what is psychology all about as a course in university?
Okay. There's a conventional definition for psychology, which is the study of human and animals, their covert and overt behaviors. But then it's subjective though. You might have a definition for psychology based as you go on. I also have a definition for psychology, but the general definition is the study of behavior of human and animals, both covert and overt. That's covert, those ones you notice, over those ones that are inside. Inside. That's what psychology is all about. And then we have various under psychology. We have various schools under psychology. So we have the clinical, the clinical, the industrial, the sports psychology, and so on.
I think there's this misconception when you hear the word psychology, department of psychology, you just think about mental stuff.
Initially, I did not apply for psychology. Initially, I applied for political science. So as a jambite now, we don't know how to combine subject, all those things. So when the admission list came out, I saw myself in religion. I went for political science. I saw myself in religion. So, and then I had to take up the admission because at that point, I just wanted to go to school.
Just to enter.
Yes, just get there. So when I took up the admission, it was just a few weeks to exams. So I started noticing that some of my departmental guys, they've started changing department. I was like, what's happening? They said they don't have CRS in their O level. So when I went to check, one of the professor, let me just skip his name. He said, okay, you go to admissions, you don't have CRS, go to them. They will change departments. Either you go back to post science, or you go. So when I got there, when they were cross-checking, I ended up seeing myself in psychology because I have biology. So at that point, they are not grading me based on at that point, they were not judging me based on my post-UME and JAM and stuff. They are actually using the O level. So I have biology, math, so I'm qualified for psychology. That was how I took up psychology. So, but then it was just 2 weeks to exams. Sitting for the exams, 2 weeks to them is just something. And then the department, I know nothing about it. So I just had to defer the whole session. So I was supposed to have graduated by now, but I had to start afresh again.
So far, have you had any regrets? No.
I don't really have any regrets about it. Not really, because as time goes on, I fell in love with the department and then there's this conception that people have about psychology. When you talk about psychology, they think it's all about the mad people. But let me shock you. I think that we have up to 18 fields under psychology. I think it's just one that has to do with the mental. I think that's clinical psychology.
Clinical psychology.
Yes, and I think under that you also have like 3 segments under it. Subsets under it. So one that is actually talking about mental, not like they are dealing with mad people. No. Maybe they deal with disorders, all those stuff.
So how lucrative is psychology as a course in Nigeria?
The truth is that here in Nigeria, we did not value psychology because from what I've learned so far from this department, psychology is we're supposed to have it in every sector. You understand? In every sector. Like we're supposed to have it in our police, we're supposed to have psychologists there. In our industries, our schools. Medicine. That's where you find vocational in schools. And in various sectors you're supposed to, psychologists are supposed to be there. But it's just that we just see it as like when I told somebody I'm studying psychology, I go course. So, but I had to take out my time to explain to the person what psychology is all about. So it's not that mad people department, as I said.
Is there any practical experience, like maybe going for IT, like what was the study?
Okay, I think there's this course we're doing in second semester and final year, practicum. We'll be going to a psychiatric center to do one or two. But you as a psychologist, now you're not, after graduating, you're not yet a psychologist until you come back for master's. Then you specialize. Other experimental psychologists, industrial psychologists, forensic psychologists, clinical psychologists. That's when you come back for master's. But for now, I'm just a general psychologist after I graduated.
So how tedious, like, how challenging is psychology as a course?
For me, everything is challenging, and it's not challenging at the same time, depending on the interest.
Your personal interest.
Because so far, let me talk about this semester. Although I had accident, so I had to come from hospital to come and write it.
Sorry about that.
It was very challenging for me. This was actually my worst semester, but thank God for the previous year. So I was actually using that one to balance this one. You understand? So everything is interest. You have to find out what works for you. You get to know the psychology of the lecturer is teaching you. Some lecturers like give me what I gave to you. Some lecturers like you to expatiate, like with examples, talk about what you know. Don't tell them that thing they told you. Like this is what I know about this. Yes, they just want it like that. That's what's all about. So it's there's no particular discipline now in this university that is easy. Or should I use the word easier? Because it depends on interest.
They all have their peculiar.
Yes, I'm telling you, yes. And I noticed something. You put in effort depending on the challenge that is coming. Yeah, you put in more effort depending on the challenge that is coming. So over time, that's what I've.
So does the course allow students, to engage in other extracurricular activities like side hustles and etc.?
I didn't get your question. Really.
Like psychology as a course, looking at the demands, like the academic workload, does it allow students to engage in other activities, maybe side hustle and other,
like I said earlier on, all these things is subjective though. Your level of how you approach things matters. How you see things matters. Your flexibility. Some persons, they like to concentrate. They are easily distracted. So if it is not study, if they engage on other activity. So it could be political this thing in this school. I've seen people that are doing well in this school. So they engage political this thing, and then at the long run they are just going back. You understand? I've seen people like that. I'm not saying that there are not people that are doing well too while they're in politics, but these persons, I think they don't get to find out what's really works for them. Like, okay, if I'm doing this thing, let's have time for this, have time for you. Just mix everything. So you can actually be studying and be doing another thing. But for me, I have time for everything that I'm doing in the school. That's the best way I cope. I don't know about others.
So far, have you had any memorable experience? Any challenge?
Is it academically? Yeah, I had one. And that was the letter I told you I'm going to, is a result that reflected in my former department. So I've been following it up since, and this is my final year. And if I did not do anything about it, it's an extra year for me. But thank God that the results have been seen, and then it's just the official, normal proceedings that I need to follow. Yes, to put it right.
So what advice do you have for someone that wants to study psychology in university?
Okay, first of all, there's not more of like an advice, it's a suggestion.
Suggestion.
You need to know the in-depth of, like, the overview. Let me not say in-depth, the overview of what psychology is all about. And then these things I'm saying now, you know that after 4 years, you need to come back for master to specialize. And then know the particular area that you're going to major after graduating. And another thing is, even if you do not get psychology, if you apply for psychology, you can take up another course. On the course of studying, maybe after your first year, if your GP is up to 3.5, you can apply for change of department, change of course, around 1,000 or so. I don't know the amount now, but during my own time, it was around 50,000 naira for change of form. And then you are good to go. So, but you just have to know that in your course community, you must have biology in your O level. And then your post-UM, you must have biology, mathematics, government, English. This focus. Yes. Biology, English, economics, government, whatever. But make sure you have biology, because that's this isn't chasing the matter.
Necessary. Yeah.
Yes.
So thank you very much. I know with this, any students that is aspiring to study this course, we definitely have a complete information about what it is.
Not like complete, so.
Okay, well at least.
So next time.
Well, like an overview, an overview. Yes, steps. I see when you get in, you get more information on what it involves.
No problem.
All right, thank you very much. I appreciate. Thanks.
Okay.